Hi guys, it's Fae here at Fae Desk, and I'm with Harmony again, and we're in the temple, and we're doing another video for the Bite-Sized Spirituality series, and in this video we are going to be talking about the use of a wand versus an Athame. And I personally have never used an Athame. I've just never felt drawn to use it. I think maybe because it's like a knife shape, I don't know. I know it's not dangerous or anything like that. I just don't.
It could be.
I just don't feel. I don't know. I just don't want more. Whereas wands, I always have wands. I've seen so many pretty ones. I just feel. I don't know. I just always feel drawn to wands. I can like focus and visualize, and when I use a wand, I can cast a circle because I can actually. I don't know. I can just visualize like my energy going through it. So I just can't. I don't know. I just feel like I don't have the same like connection with an Athame. Maybe it might be different if I actually have one. I don't know. Like I might like find one day and be like, wow, like I do really like it. But I don't know. I just can't. I just don't feel it. If that makes sense. Like, what do you have a?
I've had Athames before. I don't have one anymore. I've used both wands and Athames. Personally, I prefer to use wands. However, if I have a choice of everything, I prefer to use my finger because I think over time, this is just kind of what I've come to the conclusion of myself. Athame and a wand are both a phallic symbol, and the idea that like casting a circle or doing any form of directing work you have to do with a phallic symbol, to me is kind of almost like if it's important and it's directing, it has to be done by something that represents men. And I don't really like that. Not that there's anything wrong with men, but I don't really like the idea that it has to be a phallic symbol. So I kind of like to use my finger because even though that technically is also a phallic symbol, it's coming from me and I'm a woman. So yeah, I prefer to use my finger than anything else. But if I had to pick wand or Athame, I'd pick wand.
So does the energy feel different like using each one, if that makes sense? Does it feel different or not really?
No, not really. I think I prefer to use a wand. Well, yeah, I suppose actually. I prefer to use a wand because I've never had a wooden Athame, just pointing that out. I've only ever had metals. So for me, using like wooden wands is nicer because nicer because it feels kind of more natural and more earthy. But I guess the feeling of using a wand is softer, and an Athame just feels a little bit more aggressive. I don't know. And again, maybe that's because socially we kind of associate a knife with being aggressive, and dangerous. So that's probably more in my head. But yeah, I prefer to use wand.
What was your Athame like that you had?
I've had two. I had one ages ago. And it was really big actually, it was like this big, and it cost $14.99, and I bought it when I was 15 from an antique shop in town. It wasn't an antique, but they sell antiques, and they wrapped it up for me, and I put it in my backpack and brought it home on the bus, so I'd have got really, really badly arrested if they'd have found it. And then the second one I had like a leather handle. It's actually in the Wiccan Tools video on my channel, you can see it on there, but both of them are just quite big knives, and I don't know, I just always kind of, I just associate Athames with being a harsher sort of item to use. But like I said, maybe if you had a wooden one, you'd feel differently.
Yeah. I don't know, if I had a wooden one, I think of it as like a stake, I don't know. Just like, I don't know, just that's what I picture it in my head to look like a stake. I don't know why, but like, I don't know. I think I wouldn't want like if I had an Athame as well, I'd want a small one. I don't think I wouldn't want something, I don't know why, I just want something that was like compact. I don't know.
That's just your personal
I'd want it like
choice,
I don't know, like little. And what about your wands? Like, you make your own wands, don't you?
No, I've made a few wands myself, but I've never used them in ritual. But I've got a few different ones, like this one. These are ones that Aaron made. In fact, I'll come closer and show you. These are just a couple that Aaron has made. He's made loads over time. I've actually got loads in here, but I won't get them all out and show you. But yeah, he's
what
very
type of wood
talented.
is that?
I think it's willow. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to ask
That's
him.
really cool. That's really
yeah.
I like that the crystals are weird as well. That's really good.
Yeah, he's really good at this type of thing. I'm not. But he is.
Yeah, I've never made my own wand before. I love to make my own wand, so if anyone has any tips.
This is one that I made, which I got from the rollright stones, which is like a sacred circle, and it was just a piece of wood that was on the floor that I picked up because we've had really, really stormy weather, so it had fallen down. And then I bound it with string at the bottom for like a handle and painted it and put different things on it. So yeah,
That's really. Was it hard to do or not really?
no, not really. But then again, it's not anywhere near as like earthy and attractive as the ones.
Oh
that
no, I
make.
love stuff like that because it's like sparkly and pretty, isn't it? I want to. I guess another sort of like project that I have is to actually make my own my first very own one that has actually made and not bought.
I'd like to see
buy
all
all mine.
I imagine it would be really butterfly fairy.
Not really works. I buy all mine, so I would like to make one. If anyone has sort of any tips on anything to make it easier, because I don't really know where to start.
There's probably lots of videos.
Yeah,
on
that's
that.
true.
I've never really looked on it.
But yes, I'm gonna make a one. So keep your eye out for that one. And we'd love to know what you prefer, whether you or if you use both, or if you don't use any. That would be cool to know what your preferences are. But we will see you in our next video. Bye.